welcome back to Alma, Missouri, guys, Through the Years series here on Moose Farms. We are most of the way through May. We got the soybeans in the ground over here, and we got Eliza out here somewhere in the 70-50, or the 80-70, rolling it in. But I almost missed that the high price for fabric and wool was in May, so we're going to run into town and make a delivery quick. The price for wool or fabric is starting to go back down. We missed it by $200, but we still got almost $40,000 worth, so every little bit helps. We're going to go jump in the new wheels over here. Don't mind the caption here at the bottom. Whoever made this mod of this 1990s Ford F350 labeled it as a Dodge Ram in the files. I don't know why, but it just shows up as a Dodge Ram. So we're going to get this started up. Then we're going to get a load of wool here. And we're going to head into town. We're going to go get this dropped off. Then we'll run some fabric over to the diner. And maybe when we're done with that, we'll pick up a new trailer. I think I realized part of the problem that I had last episode is the hitch on this trailer is not made for these bumper poles. So you can see it's weighing down our F350 here, but it's also low to the ground. So that was probably part of the reason that I had issues in the last episode with my catch-up, along with the weight, but the way that weight was sitting on that back hitch popped my front wheels off the ground. So we have our eyes on a couple of new trailers, especially now that we got this, I think it's a 93, I think is what it said, F350 here. I'll show you the interior. Interior is not perfect, but it's close enough. I do have tinted windows on it. It's a little dark in here because of the tinted windows. So the dash and the steering wheel, the air conditioner and the radio, and the shift knob, even the roller for the window, that's all pretty accurate. The only thing I would say about this mod that I don't like is that the dash color is the same as the seat color. I feel like the dash should be a black or a brown. But other than that, you know, I really enjoy it. I don't know where the orange, I guess the orange around the speedometer matches the color that I put on the outside of the truck. But other than that, I like it, and I love the sound. Brings back sounds of my childhood. That's why I like using a lot of this old school stuff. So jump back out here to the outside. Listen to this turbo purr. We're going to go ahead and drop this wool off at the spinnery. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and drop this wool off at the spin. Well, I'm going to double check the prices quick before I do that. Get up here to the corner, we're going to stop. Of course, my wool's probably not going to show up now because I have it loaded on the trailer. Yeah, 2102. And I got 9,000. Yeah. I think for money's sake today, we might actually just go ahead and sell the wool off too. Now I gotta go back and look again and see where it says I need to go with that bail point. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna sell this load. We're getting enough wool. We're getting enough wool off the sheep every day that we'll just sell this, give us a little bit of cushion on the bank account there as we go into these summer months. The other thing I like about this truck is it's got this nice old school modded funny horn. Slow down here since the train's going through. It's going to take a minute for those gates to go back up. There we go. Old Dukes of Hazzard style there for you guys. Pull in here. Oh wait, I was gonna go sell it, wasn't I? Already forgot what I was doing. Find the trigger right here. That wasn't a bad decision. No, it would get about $20,000 there. Yeah. Probably could have made more off of fabric later on, but like I said, we'll make plenty of fabric over the next 12 months to sell it again next year, so we'll be fine there. So now let's go over here and pick up our fabric that is already made. And I guess diner is the diner is the overall sell point. We'll just say they're co-located with a general store or something to make it realistic over there. I don't know. Actually, yeah, well, that's the highest sell point right now. The other thing, eventually there's a tailor shop. So that might actually, you know what, that's an idea we could do after we buy this. That might give us something to buy after we sell all this fabric. I forgot about that. We can turn the tailor shop into clothing, and then I believe the clothing sells for even more than the fabric does. Let's go look. Let's go look. Let's find this here. Fabric's top price is $687. Clothes top price, yeah, $1860. So almost triple the price. So there we go. Now we got something to do with it. Good thing we sold that wool. Instead of dropping it off, gave us that little extra money. We should be able to buy this tailor shop now. Drop this off here. Find my trigger. Actually, let me do something quick before I sell that. Yep, they want $70,000 for it. So we'll, yeah, I'm not going to leave us. I was going to drop that fabric off after I bought it, but I want to leave us with a little bit more than $6,000 in the bank account, so I'm not going to do it that way. There's mine. There we go. Close to $35,000 there. Now we can go over here and buy this, and we'll have 40,000 or so left over, about where we started this episode. And then the next thing we can do is we can go ahead and start making clothes, but I can now go over here, and instead of having my fabric spawning, same thing I did with my tomatoes, I can now distribute the fabric straight to the clothing shop, just like I have my tomatoes distributing directly to the ketchup factory. And looks like we're low on tomatoes right now. We still got water, so we're still producing, just probably will rain out for the month. So there we go. Another purchase made. Now I'm going to get back to the farm, get everything put away, and I will see you in June when it should be time to cut some hay. Alright, we're into July, but the alfalfa's not quite ready. So we won't be getting that cut today, or June, not July. We made it to June. The alfalfa's not quite ready yet, but the rye is. I'm going to take my chances and see how much of this small field I can get in just one combine load, and then we're going to get this straw picked up, and then hopefully, with it only being June, hopefully we can get some alfalfa seeded on this with enough time to get a cutting of alfalfa off of it as well. So we'll just get this rye off real quick. I decided to just go ahead and let the rye go all the way because I could take it to the mill, and also I can get some straw off of it. So take advantage of that. And if I need to go bring the truck and trailer over here, I'll go bring the truck and trailer over here. I don't think I'm going to need the auger wagon. But I thought maybe I could just get this all in one load, and if I can, then I'll just take it back to the yard and dump it into the semi there before I take it in to town to make some flour. Looks like we had some deer run into the field right there. I don't know where he disappeared to, and that was weird. Let's see, one trip out. Oh, one trip around the field's gonna have us at least 25 to 30% full, so I don't think I'm gonna get this entire little field in one combine bin. That's all right. The more, the merrier. But I'm gonna I'm gonna get this done and get the rye into town and get the straw picked up and put some new alfalfa down, and then we'll be back. I don't think I have anything else going on this month other than taking this rye out. So if the alfalfa's not ready, then they'll probably put us in July, but that's fine. I don't mind covering 2 to 3 months in each one of these episodes. It just means we're progressing through time just fine, which is what we want. So I'm gonna get this rye out, and then I'll jump ahead to July, and hopefully in July we'll be able to start working on some hay. We have finally made it to July, which means we can now cut some hay. Both of the fields over here are ready, this small alfalfa patch here and the larger one across the way. So let's get to work. Hopefully this works. I've tested it out a couple of times, as long as I didn't mess anything up. There we go. Alright, so what I have here is I have a New Holland S2200 forage harvester with a cutting header on it, but it is converting the alfalfa straight to hay. This is something I figured out doing XML file edits. Now trust me, I'm not an experienced modder. I barely know what I'm doing, but I've watched enough YouTube videos to figure out some little things. So I will drop a link down in the description on how you can do this yourself. But basically I was able to figure out how to change both the map files and the mod files to have a forage harvester turn grass and alfalfa straight to hay, but also to have a mower turn stuff straight to hay. I'm glad that I was able to get it worked with forage harvesters. Not that I'm opposed to doing it the realistic way. Most of you know that I try to play this as close to realistic as possible, but I will cheat now and then. 85 to 90% of the stuff I do is realistic, but you'll know I use auto load trailers. You'll notice I use super strength from time to time. But this is one of those things that just makes everything so much easier. I could have just used a mower and had a mower turn it straight to hay, because that's realistic too, but then I still would have had to rake it, and I still would have had to bale it or pick it up. This just cuts out 3 of the processes. So we're just gonna get some hay cut here. We did sell off the soybeans, and after we sold the soybeans, I realized that I had not yet purchased a corn header. The one last year we leased, so we went ahead and purchased a corn header as well, so we spent a little bit of money there, but we're well on our way now. I think our next big sell-off will be in October. I think there's a couple of things that are going to be ready in October, but for the meantime, we're just going to make some hay here. I cut across this field because it was easier trying to turn around. I'll just do this little edge right here, and then we'll cut back across the road to the other side. If you notice there too, it's taking the meadow grass with it as well, so it doesn't look like the meadow grass is coming out as hay, but it's mowing it. So we'll see how much we get off of here. Not getting a whole lot right now. I might have to go back to the files and edit my conversion, because it seems like we should be getting a lot more hay off this field than that. I probably have it set at 1:1, and I probably have to change that. So everything's not everything is perfect, but it's a little bit quicker process. I feel like I should be more than 25% full by now. Getting it done. We'll cut back across the path right here and go finish this little field. I got the 70-50 sitting up here for when we get full, so we can run the wagons back to the silo and get them dumped. Yeah, this is what we're going to do here for the month of July. You can see the soybeans are looking great. I actually, while I was in there messing with HTML or XML files, I also found a tutorial on how to get the soybeans to show up in 30-inch rows instead of 15-inch rows. So my soybeans and my corn are both now in 30-inch rows. I didn't make a tutorial on that. I think it was JMF Modding. A well-known modder in the farm sim community. I found something on his Facebook page. I think it was actually from FS19, but the values are exactly the same for FS22. So look that up. If you just do a Google search on how to get your corn and soybeans into 30-inch rows on Farming Simulator, you should be able to find his tutorials. Yeah, I didn't give myself much room to turn around, so we're going to go up the hill. Oh, and we bought a new trailer too. So we got that sitting there, and the wool is loading up on it. So we got a gooseneck trailer now that hooks up to the pickup a lot better than the bumper pole that we had, so that holds a little bit more. I think it's a 20-footer. I could have gotten a 30-footer, a 40-footer, or a 50-footer, but we just went ahead and got a 20-foot gooseneck. So we got that going for us. That's working out pretty well. Got rid of the storage shed because we're taking all the wool directly to town now. The tomatoes are going directly to town, and we're not making eggs anymore, so we didn't need the storage facility anymore, so I got rid of that. So that building that was next to the hay silo is now gone, so it makes it a little bit easier to get in and out of there with the wagons. So a few small things have changed around the farm, but not much. We're making progress here through the years. We got our eyes on a couple of new purchases in the near future, but we want to get some. Want to expand the land first. I want to increase our corn production. Once we get the money where we want it, I'll probably stop doing soybeans. I've been doing soybeans strictly for financial purposes, but once I get to where I want to be financially, we're gonna stop doing soybeans and just go straight corn. There's no oil mill on this map. I could put one down and I could do canola or sunflowers and make that a production. But for now, I'm going to stick with just the... it's a steeper hill than I thought it was. I'm going to stick with just the spinnery that we've already started with the clothing shop. We got the tomato factory. We got our eyes on the popcorn factory. But in order to do that, we're going to have to get a corn dryer. So there's still a lot left we can do on this map. We're not done yet. I know 16 episodes is about where I stopped my last series, but this one's going to keep going for a while. I did start the build your own map. I've started posting through the years more often because they were getting more views, and then as soon as I started doing that, a couple of my build your own map Western Wilds videos hit 500 views, so we'll go back and post a couple of those again in the near future. But right now my main project is right here on Alma, Missouri. That's just a little update for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish working on getting this hay out. So thank you for watching this episode. Got quite... I'm trying to think back now. What did I start in March or April? And we made it to July, so... tried to pack a little bit... as much content as I could into this episode for you, but... soon it'll be ready for harvest, so we'll probably catch you back at that time. But as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit those 3 magic buttons: like, subscribe, and notifications, and we'll catch you in the next episode.